Finishers. We had 75 women finishers, the most in Western States history. So Abby Hall, our women's champion, recorded the 4th fastest finishing time of all time. It was the 3rd fastest women's podium in race history, and 3rd place finishing time would have won the race in all but 3 of the previous Western States races. And it was the 2nd fastest 10th place women's finisher in race history. So if you came for the women's race, it was a fast one this year. On the men's side, Caleb Olson, 2nd fastest finishing time of all time. And the first Western States men's winner from Utah. It was the fastest men's podium in race history. 3rd place finishing time would have won the race in all but 2 of the previous Western States. Jeff Magavero had the fastest Western States finishing time by a first-time Western States runner. And Killian's 14 years between podium finishes, so he finished as our champion in 2011 and 3rd here today, was the 2nd longest period between podiums between Mike Morton in 1997 and 2013. So 14 years versus 16 years, showing the power of longevity at the sharp end of the race. And we had an enormous opportunity to share this day, your day, with everyone around the world. It was the largest group of humans in the world tuning into our live broadcast. We had over 1.2 million people that tuned into the live stream. It's the most ever by a factor of 2. So a huge, huge thank you to our live broadcast team, Mountain Outpost, the entire production team, Billy Yang and his leadership, and the entire crew there. It was absolutely amazing. So thank you. None of this is possible without the enormous support of our sponsors, and those include our presenting sponsor, Hoka, GU Energy, Add-A-Day, Ultra Running Magazine, Drink Coffee Do Stuff, Buff USA, Gooder, SFVC, Brazen Racing, The Active Joe, M45 Automotive, Flahaven Ultra Coaching, Monsters of Massage, Comstock Heritage, Vespa, Squirrels Nut Butter, SFRC, Ultimate Direction, SacFit, Sunto, Fleet Feet Sacramento, Phoenix Lighting, Ultra Sign Up, History Expeditions, Tannery, and TrailCon. And here to say, let's give a big round of applause to our sponsors. Here to say a few words from Hoka, Chris Hollis.
I'll make this quick like I did on Friday, and I promise this is the last time you'll have to hear from me. They don't write stories about people who do 5Ks. They write stories about resilient, hard people who do hard things that everybody around them thinks is crazy. Whether you're Caleb or Abby taking home the elusive cougar, or Tetsuro, the last person to bring home that bronze belt buckle, what you've done is amazing. Only 0.007% of people in the world have achieved what you achieved. And yeah, big. And what you've done is inspiring that next generation of 0.0007% of people to do the impossible. So thank you to all the staff, volunteers, crew, pacers, medical, and supporters that allowed these lunatics to fly high. We appreciate you. States class of 2025, we at Hoka are honored to be this tiniest part of your journey. Thank you for dreaming big. Thank you for pushing past anything that you should, all the alarms in your body that say that you should stop. Your passion is what fills our cup and brings us to work every day to push more. So thank you.
Thank you, Chris. We would also like to thank our partners. Without them, making this event come to life wouldn't be possible. Auburn State Recreational Area, U.S. Forest, American River Ranger District, Tahoe National Forest, Western State Store powered by Fleet Feet, UltraLive.net, our timing team, and UTMB World Series. Thank you. Thank you for the great partnership.
So each one of you finishers are going to receive the coveted Western States belt buckle. Those that finished under 24 hours will receive a silver buckle. Those finishing under 30 hours receive a bronze buckle. These are handcrafted by James Stegman at Comstock Heritage. And this is 3 generations. And these are beautifully, beautifully crafted, one-of-a-kind buckles that have your names on them. They've been engraving every one of them during the finishing period here. And I'd like to introduce James Stegman, a great part of the Western States family, say a few words.
Congratulations, all finishers and your support crew. We're actually 4 generations now of people that are working on these buckles. And we start in January, and it is an event just like yours. So we're going home now because we're tired, but thanks for being involved.
Thank you, James. Thank you. And if you ever get a chance to go through between Reno and Carson City, go to Comstock Heritage and just go see his workshop and studio. It will transform what you understand about how these buckles are made.
All right. And now it is my true honor to introduce the mayor of Auburn, the endurance capital of the world, Sandy Amar.
Thank you, and I will keep this short and fast. So, as mayor, and on behalf of the Auburn City Council, I want to welcome all of you, including all of the runners, crew, volunteers, and all friends and family members to the 100 Western States Awards ceremony. We are honored to have all of you here in our beautiful city of Auburn, and it has been an absolute privilege to have been able to host this race for nearly 50 years. I have to admit, when I first heard about this event almost 50 years ago, I thought, who would willingly run 100 miles? Then I realized it's the same people who think ice baths are fun and staying awake for 48 hours is a badge of honor. So you are a rare breed, and we love you for it. Let's take a moment to appreciate what you have accomplished. You've battled steep cliffs, rocky trails, and probably a few wild animals. You've ran through the night, past the point where most people would call an Uber or a therapist. You've braved blisters, sunburns, and hallucinations of talking trees cheering you on. Your dedication and refusal to quit are what makes this event and this city of Auburn so special. You've inspired not only your fellow runners, but everyone in Auburn. In fact, after watching you, I'm thinking of proposing a new city ordinance, which is no one is allowed to complain about a lack of parking again. Park a mile away and run. So tonight, as you soak your feet, ice your knees, know that you are true champions. You've earned the right to eat whatever you want, wear your medal everywhere, and tell your story to anyone who will listen. On behalf of the City of Auburn, I want to thank you for making this event the continuing success that it is, and through your determination, your hard work, and unbreakable spirit, you are an inspiration to all. We love you. Congratulations. What a feat.
All right. Thank you, Sandy. We really appreciate you and your support. And now we would like to recognize the team behind the runners, the people that get up really early in the morning, they feed you, they keep you hydrated, they drive from aid station to aid station, they put a bib number and pace you, our crew and our pacers. Thank you. We would also like to recognize the people that finish after the 30-hour cutoff, the non-finishers. And we have 4 that finished just right after the 30-hour cutoff. The first person, Niraj Edbert. In 30:02. Second, Jared Wilbert. In 30:05. Third, Patrick Tebby, 32:21. And fourth, Jenny Kirk in 30:29.
So we have a very special announcement to make now. We have a new partner that's joining the Western States family, Man Against Horse Race. And James Bonet is the race director, and he is also a past Western States finisher. He's got a long family history of having Western States finishers. And with their sponsorship and their partnership comes a race entry. And they have chosen to designate their race entry to the first non-finisher from 2025.
Niraj, do you want to come up here?
So Niraj.
So the Man Against Horse Race is a race in Prescott, Arizona, and it's an endurance race where runners race directly against endurance riders. And with Western States being born from Tevis Cup, the endurance horse ride that we have followed, we found it fitting to kind of marry the two together. And on behalf of the Man Against Horse Race and the Western States, we are honored to present you with this golden hour ticket. Inspired by the second sunrise, this ticket represents a second chance, an invitation to return and chase the finish once more in next year's race. The gold in the ticket symbolizes the golden hour, those final fleeting moments you spent giving everything you had after 100 miles of relentless effort. The 2 sunrises placed behind each logo honor the 2 dawns you endured, reminding us of the strength and courage you your perseverance it takes to greet a second sunrise on the trail. Niraj, we want to bring you back next year.
Thank you, James. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to call up our top 10 finishers in our men's and women's race. We ask you all to assemble over here on the side, this side of the stage, and we're going to start with our champions. We invite you to come up. Caleb Olson, 14 hours, 11 minutes, 25 seconds, our 2025 Western States men's champion. Come on up.
All right. And as you heard, fourth fastest all time from Flagstaff, Arizona, in time of 16:37, Abby Hall. Our 2025 Western States Endurance Round champion.
Caleb, come on up. They'll let you through the front there. As champions, they each share the Wendell Roby Cup. And they also each receive their own unique bronze Cougars. Their belt buckles are silver belt buckles engraved not with under 24 hours or Western States one day, but Western States one day winner. And they're Cougars that are in the inset of the buckle are gold. So let's give a big round of applause for Caleb Olson and Abby Hall, your 2025 Western States champions. Okay, you two are going to stay up here for a bit. So we'd like to introduce our second place finisher in a time of 14:17:39, Chris Myers from Nederland, Colorado.
All right. And on the women's side, in second place, Fuja Zheng in 16:47.
In third place, in a time of 14:19:22, Killian Jornet.
In third place, on the women's side, Marianne Hogan in 16:50.
We'd like to recognize these three runners all receive automatic entry into the UTMB Mont Blanc in 2026, and providing them with their flags representing their entry into UTMB World Series is race founder Katrine Paletti. And a photo. Thank you for the partnership. We're going to ask these three men and women to stay up here. And we're going to continue with our top 10. Our fourth place male in a time of 14:30.11, Jeff Bogavero.
And fourth place female in time of 17 flat, Ida Nielsen. Also, first in age group 40 to 49 category. Welcome, Ida.
In a time of 14:36, our fifth place men's finisher, Dan Jones.
In time of 17:21, in fifth place on the women's side, Fiona Pascal.
Our sixth place men's finisher in a time of 14:59.36, Seth Ruling.
In 17:23, sixth place female, Hoo-Ha.
In the men's race, our seventh place finisher in a time of 15:54.29, Ryan Montgomery.
In the women's race, in 17:39, seventh place, Hannah Allgood.
Our eighth place men's finisher in a time of 16:06.52, Hans Troyer.
In eighth place on the women's side, in 17:47, Caitlin Fiddler.
Our ninth place finisher in a time of 16:10.44, Peter Frano.
In ninth place, in 17:57, in a women's race, Keely Henninger.
Our 10th place men's finisher in a time of 16:22.46 from Japan, Eroki Kai.
And rounding up, top 10 in a women's race, Emily Hogwood. Oh.
So we're going to do a photo up here, our top 10 men and women. So, yeah, if you all can just get a little closer, and you can put your items down. Or behind you, behind your feet. Okay, squeeze in. We have some wide-angle lenses, but this is an outstanding field, and we want to make sure we get all of those runners in. So squeeze right in. our top 10 runners from 2025 on the men's and women's side. Big round of applause. Hillary, are we good? Okay, thank you to our elite runners in our top 10. So we'd like to honor our oldest finishers this year, and while we're doing that, we ask that those runners that finish between 16 hours and 22 and a half hours, you assemble on this side where I'm pointing, this side of the stage. You're going to pick up your buckle and you're going to exit that side over there. So, so I'd like to bring up John Trent, our board member, to recognize the tremendous performance of our oldest male and female finisher.
Thank you, Topher. Every year, Western States has made it a tradition to honor the oldest male and female finisher. And over the years, this award can trace its lineage back a very long way. Walter and Ruth Ann Bortz were the supporters and really the people that made this award happen. Their impact on the race was really substantial. Dr. Bortz was a kind of an age guru and had always asked everybody to dare to be 100. And his wife, Ruth Ann, was a person, one of the first older athletes to finish the race. To help me present this year's oldest female and male finishers from 2025 is a gentleman that maybe some of you have heard of. Back in 19. See, I'm old. Back in 2018, Nick Bassett became our oldest finisher at age 73, and Nick is here with me to help present today's awards. What's also pretty cool is Nick is very talented, especially with glass, and he helps us produce these awards, which are fittingly a clock, because they're a clock in the sense that they're not a clock that counts down. These are clocks that celebrate the way we make our time on this earth matter. And that's why, in many ways, these are clocks that never stop. And these two individuals who are our top oldest male and female finishers embody this in every sense of the word. Our oldest female finisher is 60 years old. She ran 27 hours and 36 minutes to win her age group as well. And what is really cool about this individual, this is a giver. This is a person that for many, many years has been a key volunteer at Lion Ridge Aid Station. And actually, it was with the encouragement of the people of Lion Ridge that she ran this race, because she is the type of person that wanted to make sure that if there were others that were going to run the race ahead of her, she wanted them to be the people. But this moment is for Leslie Della Monica. So Leslie, could you please come up here and receive your award? Is she on her way? Yeah, she's right here. Yay! There she is. Congratulations, Leslie. Also a key member of the Donner Party Mountain Runners. Our oldest male finisher ran 29:02. This individual is 72 years old, the second oldest finisher we've ever had. This person hails from Olympia, Washington, and is a retired family physician. And again, in the spirit of living life to its fullest, this is a person that as they retired, they looked out at their community's parks, their trails, and just became an Uber volunteer. If you want trail cut back, you want this person to be your volunteer to come out and do that. So will Jan Vleck please come up here and receive your award? Jan. All right, one more round of applause. Longevity rules.
Thank you, John. All right, so we're going to get started with our buckles. And again, line up on this side, 16 hours to 22:30. And then we're going to exit this side over here. So to get us kicked off, our 11th place men's finisher in a time of 16:59, Hannes Namberger. In a time of 17:14, Dan Green. In a time of 18:01, Lauren Newman. In a time of 18:02, Joe McConaughey. In a time of 18:05, Johannes Obermüller. In a time of 18:12, Rob Mulkey. In a time of 18:41, Ricky Wynn. Ricky's also our first place men's 40 to 49-year-old winner. In a time of 18:52, Aaron Clark. In a time of 19:12, from Flagstaff, Arizona, Jeff Browning. And Jeff's our first place men's 50 to 59-year-old winner. In a time of 19:13, Johanna Antila from Finland. In a time of 19:47, Jeremy Marcucci from France. Sounds like you're from an Italian part of France, perhaps. In a time of 19:55, Galen Ferris from Sacramento. In a time of 20:01, Eileen Bishara. In a time of 20:05, Chris Roberts. In a time of 2014, Adrian McDonald. In a time of 2017, Nancy Jiang. In a time of 2021, Jeff Shakari. In a time of 2045, Simon Marcel. In a time of 2046, Paige Borges. In a time of 20:52, Francesco Arlata. In a time of 20:55, Tim Vale. In a time of 21:08, Shea Anquila, also our first place 18 to 29-year-old, and the youngest in the field. All right, Shea. In a time of 21:16, Drew Miller. In a time of 21:27, Melissa Ostaszewski.
Ostaszewski.
Thanks for the assist there, Magda. In a time of 21:28, Amber Weeble. In a time of 21:29, Peter Thorvaldsen. In a time of 21:36, Lauren Baker. In a time of 21